So it's week 2 of our Ultimate Xbox Achievement Challenge. Now, if you're not aware, I am going to get 1 million Gamerscore within 24 months and at least 500,000 within this calendar year. So this is the second week of it. Last week we managed to pick up a massive 12,000 G from 3 games. This week we're going to be looking at getting 7,000 from 4, which will still keep us on track for that 1 million Gamerscore. So let's waste no more time, let's roll those credits and find out which games I hit up this week. So this week's games are going to be a little bit different because most of these I'd already brought in previous sales, or they've simply just had an update. Now, if you've been keeping track of all the updates that these quick achievement games have been getting, you will have noticed that the beginning of January has seen a massive update to tons of games. Every publisher seems to have waited to the beginning of the year to release their latest updates, boosting many games by an extra 1,000 G. So we're going to be using that in a couple of the games to just pick up that Gamerscore and give us some easy boosts on our way to that 1 million G. But the first game that we're going to be doing was one I picked up in a previous sale, and that's Castle Walker. Now this game normally is £4.19. It's from Desert Water Games. It's a retro style classic arcade action platformer, and I picked this game up for as little as $2.72. Now bearing in mind that this game has 4,000 G on offer, that $2.72 is an absolute bargain. So if this one's on sale, make sure you keep a lookout for it and pick it up as soon as it goes on sale. It's great for boosting your game. But if not, you can pick it up now for £4.19. And the next game that we're going to be looking at is called Little Mouse Encyclopedia. Now again, I picked this up in a sale just before Christmas, and I picked it up at a stupidly cheap 65p. And not only did I get this game, but I actually picked it up in a bundle with Battle Chess. So I picked up 2 games, both worth 1,000 G with quick completions for 65p. This meaning this game basically cost me 33p. But its normal retail price is $10.74. So you can see what a massive saving I got on this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to be checking out this game as well this week. And we move on to a couple of games now that have recently had updates. The first one is Rayland 2. Now this is somewhat of a special game because you get both the Xbox and the Windows version for one-off payment of normally £4.19. Now this is again one of those games that I got provided by the publisher so that I could do a guide for it. So theoretically this game has cost me nothing, and I'm now going to be able to get that extra 1,000 G that's just been released in its latest update. So as you can see on the screen, this game would normally cost you £4.19. And like I said, you're getting both the Xbox and the PC version for this. So that's 2,000 G before you've even started. But with its recent updates, you can now get 6,000 G between these 2 games. Haven't already got the achievement. Like I said, I've already got the previous one, so I'm just going to be playing the update for this one, gaining me that extra 1,000 G. But for you, if you're playing that for the first time, this will be 6,000 G between the 2 platforms straight away. A real big bargain for that £4.19. And the final game we're going to be looking at is the recent update for Pirate Bloopers. Now, this is another game that I got given. So again, this one didn't cost me anything. Normal price is $8.39. This is an isometric action game in the style of a time survival where you could take control of a ship in dangerous waters. This is the first update, so this one's worth 2,000 G normally. But again, I'm only going for the update, so this will only get me an extra 1,000 G. But again, 2,000 G, definitely wouldn't get it at $8.39. It does go on offer for as low as about $5.50. Still a little bit on the expensive side, but if you're needing that extra gamer score, it is 2,000 G. Might be worth considering that one. Like I said, I'm using this one mainly because I got it provided by a publisher, so it didn't cost me a penny, and I'm going to be able to get that extra 1,000 G. So all in all, if I was buying these games today, I'd be looking at $27.51. fun. Because I bought these games though during sales and were given these from publishers, this actual week is only costing me £3.37. So added to last week's £5.53, I have actually only spent £8.90 in getting these achievements so far, and by the end of this week we should be on 19,000 G for 2 weeks worth of work. A really good start to this 1 million Gamerscore. Now like I said, this week for you would be on the more expensive side if you were following along and buying these games. I would definitely wait until some of these appear on sale. Like I said, Castle Walker can be as cheap as $2.72. Little Mouse, that was 65p, so definitely wait for that one. Do not buy it at $10.74. It's nearly always on sale and always a lot cheaper. Rayland 2 often goes down to $3.35, and like I said, Pirate Bloopers $5.45. So definitely wait till these games pick on sale, but all of these I'll give you very quick achievements. Got those really quick completions as well. Even if you'll have to complete some of these games for the first time and not just the updates, they are really quick and simple. And we even have guides for Rayland 2 and Pirate Bloopers available on our channel, giving you that even quicker completion time by following along with those guides. But let's not waste another second. Let's get in and have a look at some of these games and see how well I did in picking up these achievements. So first up was Castle Walker. Now this is a retro style classic action platformer where you play as a young mage who must fight with hordes of monsters and defeat an ancient evil. Now the main draw of this game is its massive 4000 G and has a real quick completion. I managed to get that full 4000 G in 35 minutes. That's a real quick completion for such a high gamer score. The game basically only requires you to complete the first 3 levels. You should be able to get every achievement in just doing so, and you don't even have to complete that 3rd level. The only downside is there is a slight glitch with one of the achievements. Sometimes it will pop for people, other times it won't. For me, it didn't originally, but checking out the forums on True Achievements, I did find that if you kill certain rats a couple of times, you can die, go back, kill them again, and that will pop the achievement. Doing that worked for me, and I was able to get that achievement on my 2nd try. Overall, this is a really enjoyable game. It didn't outlast its welcome. Picked up the achievements nice and quick. You can probably get the base achievements in about 15 minutes, probably even less than that. And like I said, it takes about 20 minutes just to get to that 3rd level, just to pick up the last few achievements, with the last one being the glitched bug one. Most of the achievements are basically got from killing different enemies as you go along. You can't really miss any of them. Just make sure you pick up things like potions as you go, as there's achievements for that one. But basically just kill enemies as you go. Each level comes with a really simple boss at the end. They might take a couple of playthroughs, but they're not very difficult at all. And like I said, you should have this game done in 35 minutes for a real easy 4000 G. So I'll just run you through that glitched achievement just in case you ever come a cropper by it. So basically when you get to this bit of the train section, you want to kill that large bug there, as these two seem to be the only ones that actually work if it doesn't pop for you in the first few levels. So kill that one, kill this one, and then basically instantly die at this point. All you gotta do is jump in those spikes and it'll reset you back to this angel. Then work your way back to this same point. By now those 2 bugs will have respawned, so kill this one again. And that should be the 3rd one you need, and will pop the achievement, giving you that glitched achievement if you do have problems. And for me, that was the last one. Enemy that massive 4000 G. So next up for me was Rayland 2. Now, I had already got the previous achievements, so as you can see here, we had already got through a lot of the levels. And if you need help to get through all these levels, then check out our guide available on the channel. We'll leave links to that video in the description below. But looking back, you can see that you got to get levels that we had already completed. Now unfortunately there is no way that you can unlock these achievements even if you've already completed them once. So that does mean you have to go back and can complete each of these levels again. Luckily, these are all from very early on in the game, and all of these levels are really simple to complete. So you can get the complete update completed in under 5 minutes, making this a real easy completion for this update. It did literally take me 5 minutes. I literally just had to go back in, quickly complete each level, exit out, start the next level, complete it, and repeat for the 5 levels that they'd added into these achievements. Obviously, if you haven't played this game already, then that's really simple. You can just literally play the game right through using our guide, and it will unlock these achievements as you're playing as well. So this is a really good, simple game to get that completion. Like I said, if you haven't already unlocked these games, then the full game takes around 40 minutes to complete. Probably a lot quicker if you use our guide. So definitely check it out if you're wanting a quick completion on this game and you haven't already played it. If not, just recomplete those 5 levels. Like I said, 5 minutes and you'll have that extra 1000 G, just like me. And now we can move on to the next game. So as the title might give away, Little Mouse's Encyclopedia is basically an interactive encyclopedia about nature. Wander around the lively broads, you'll find animals and plants by yourself. Using a magnifying glass, you can reveal cards that contains interesting information and drawings. So this is an educational game basically for kids, as you as Little Mouse explore the gardens and the burrows, the forests, looking at animals and plants and trees, which will bring up an encyclopedia card for each one explaining what each creature does. Now, to get every achievement in this game, you simply have to scan and look at every encyclopedia card for every animal in this game, which can be a little daunting because sometimes you can easily miss one and then have to go through the entire level again trying to work out which animal that you missed. Overall though, this is a pretty quick game, with me being able to get the completion in about 20 minutes. You could definitely do this quicker, had to do a couple of runs twice, and there's one level in particular where there is one animal, well, if you're not careful, could take you a while to find, which I'll show you in a little while. But overall, this game has 20 achievements in total for that 1000 G, and like I said, it's gonna take you about 20 minutes or less to complete. Just make sure you work methodically through the levels, picking up and clicking on every animal that you can so you get every one of those collector cards. The game is split up into 4 areas: the gardens, the pond, the forest, and the burrow, and you'll get achievements for starting each one of these levels and for getting all the cards, as well as interacting with all the animals that you see on screen. These all unlock achievements along the way. Really simple game. Like I said, there's only that one bird that you might miss if you don't notice how you have to get him. Overall, this is a simple and educational game. 1074 is a steep price, but like I said in the intro, I managed to pick this up in a bundle for 65p. So wait for this one to go on sale. If you watch our weekly sales videos, then you'll know when that happens. And like I said, this does go on sale quite a bit, so make sure you keep an eye on those videos for when that one does. It's going to be an absolute steal for that 1000 G. So that one animal you might miss is in the forest biome, where there is one bird so high up you need a special contraption to find him. Now if you go down to this lower base level, you will find there's a little elevator here, which I missed on the 4 runs it took me before I even spotted it. Getting in that will take you high up into the trees, and this is the only way to get the common buzzard. Doing that was the last bird I needed, so that unlocked the forest achievement, and then I was able to move on to the other levels. But that one took me about 4 runs of scanning every bird until I found it. But with that one being done, it took me no time at all then to get that last achievement to pop, and to get the full 1000 G in about 22 minutes. Not the most thrilling game you're going to play, but an easy 1000 G. So let's check out the final game that I decided to play this week. So the final game that I was looking at was a game from Desert Water Games, and that's Pirate Bloopers. Now this is an isometric action game in the style of a time survival, where you can take control of a ship in dangerous waters. Your goal is to survive as many waves as you can. Now I got given this one again by the publisher to make a guide, and I did actually struggle with it when I had to make the guide, and I really did enjoy having to go back and do it again. The achievements are simple. They've basically added 5 more achievements for another 1000G, bringing the total for this game up to a 2000G Gamerscore. So it is worth playing, but to get these achievements you do have to get all the way to wave 14. Now this does take a bit of time, and you have to do a bit of evasion to make sure you avoid some of those stronger ships. The other achievements basically include destroying medium ships and 10 life stealer ships, as well as just picking up general debris in the ocean, which is the easiest bit about these achievements. Now the problem I had when I first played this game was I was basically too gung-ho. I was just going in trying to destroy as many ships as I could, but the key to this one really is just keeping your distance and picking off the ships as you go. The key to upgrading is picking up the gold that's in the water and picking up the treasure chests, as well as defeating some of the easier enemies. I did manage to get all the achievements in one run, which was great, but if you did fail, you're probably looking at another half an hour per run to get back to levels 10, which is the first levels you'll find the green life stealer ships, and obviously to get to waves 12 to 14 to complete the level. So dying in this game is really costly, hence why you want to play very stealthily. Having already played this and knowing what strategies I was going to use and evading those bigger pirate ships, I was easily able to get the achievement for picking up the trash in the water, as well as getting to waves 12 and 14. And using a much more reserved tactic, I was able to stay at distance to pick up the 6 medium ships that I needed, as well as getting those 10 life stealing ships to pick up all the achievements and to get that extra 1000G. All in all, this game does take a while if you're playing it from scratch, and even having to do this upgrade will take you at least half an hour. But overall, if you were playing this for the first time and you knew what you were doing and you used the guides that are available, which we will leave links to which below, you should easily be able to get the full achievements for the 2000G in one run in about half an hour. Like I said, just use stealth and definitely keep away from those larger ships. You're definitely going to be underpowered at these kind of levels. So with those achievements got, that gave us our weekly total of 7,000G. Now that is a little bit below what we have to achieve on a weekly basis to be able to hit that 1,000,000. We do need that 7,250 gamer score each week, but because we got the 12,000 the week before, that is more than enough at this stage after 2 weeks to be on target for that 1,000,000 gamer score within 24 weeks, and we're well ahead of where we should be to get that 500,000. So over the 2 weeks we have now accumulated a massive 19,000G. Like I said, we're well on our way to hitting these targets, and we're keeping well on track to get to that 1,000,000 within the 24-month period. Overall, we haven't spent much this week. Like I said, I used a lot of free games that I've been given by developers in the past, and because of all these updates that have been released in January, it is real good time to go back through your back catalogue and pick up some of those extras 1000Gs that have already been put into games that you've completed. We've got guides coming out on our channel all the time, so make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel so you know when all those guides are released. We're also doing that weekly sales video, so you'll know exactly when a lot of these games are going on sale. So hopefully you'll stick around for as we continue on this journey to that 1,000,000. So for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.